Hello, everybody. Welcome to P.A.N. Podcast, a podcast about nothing. Today, I, Jesse Goshen, am, I guess, better word would be annoyed, bothered, disturbed, joined is what most people would call it by my two gracious co-hosts for this week's episode, Matt and Alex.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
As you can see, this is a first take, first done. You know, we have no idea what we're doing. Just major fucking disclaimer. In the broad scheme of things, we're here for laughs, as little awkward silence as possible, and just a lot of dumb shit that probably will revolve around making fun of Alex.
More likely than not.
Past that, the guide of this podcast will include me coming up with a topic, or whoever's hosting that week will come up with a topic, and either unbeknownst to the co-hosts or with little to no prep as possible, they will have to come up with their own thoughts and conclusions on what the topic is. So, before we get to that, how the hell are you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Last week, went on vacation, as you guys might already know, and went to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Had a great time. Never seen the mountains. I don't know. There's some N's and G's in there. I have no idea. And there's a C. That's it. I don't know.
That's close enough. It's better than I know.
Gavin called it Chattanooga.
Sounds like a candy bar.
Yeah. So that's all I know. But it was first time ever seen mountains. Went with my girlfriend, my son, who's going to be 5. And we had a great time. Went and rode a train up a mountain. I've never seen mountains before, neither has my son. And it was a really good time. Had few issues, though. Not my fault. Not my fault whatsoever at all. I may have been driving, but it wasn't my fault. Hit a curb and popped my tire, so I had to go spend $200 to get a new one. So that was pretty fun. But other than that, trip was great. What about you, Alex?
Well, I mean, my week has been pretty meh, to say the least. I mean, nothing really eventful has been really going on in my life at the moment. I mean, I've just been chilling at home or at work, playing with the cat. So sadly,
ordering
I don't really
DoorDash.
have nearly as much of a what?
Ordering DoorDash.
Ordering DoorDash. I actually haven't done that in a while.
Really?
But,
he means like 3 days.
Yeah, I heard that's your favorite thing to do.
No, mostly Lauren does that for me, so it's pretty great. I love that.
See, he hasn't ordered DoorDash in 3 days, but his girlfriend has.
Yeah, so he's still eating DoorDash at least
once
in the past 2 days.
Been DoorDashing. I'm clear.
DoorDash, not me. I wouldn't do that. That's her, not me.
Yeah.
Well,
What about you, Jesse?
Well, fuck, dude. You know, I had to struggle, you know, this whole entire fucking week to get to this point. You know, for those of you who don't know, we all sadly work together. Matt here is he works with us, but not with us, if you know what I mean. And Alex here, he is my second in command, if you will.
I'm in a class of my own.
He's in a class of his own. He works like 3 hours after I come in, and is labeled as something completely different than what we are. So he's off in his world.
Which is better. That's what the label you're talking about.
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, that's what he meant to say. He gets paid slightly less than I do and has a 10 times as easy job. The fucking douchebag. You're not saying no. That's all I need to know. Listen, I know you do hard work. I'm not discrediting you. I'm pissed because you make less than me, but not enough for me to not be pissed about it because of how fucking easy your job can be.
It's fractional what I make less than you, and it is very marginal what I have to do less than you.
It's
doesn't add up.
Here's the fraction and here's the fucking margin. It's like, way the fuck up here.
The math isn't mathing. That's all I know.
I mean, at the end of the day, either me or Jesse have to do pretty much the bulk of what you need to take care of anyway. So that's
at least 45%. At least 45% is taken care of before you even fucking walk in those doors.
Hey,
but you do the other, what is that, 55%? You know, you're still above half.
Hey, I do the best I can. That's all I can say.
If you really want to think on it too, I'm pretty sure I make less than both of you by a fair margin. So I'm the one that gets truly
this motherfucker had to work 8 hours on his day off too, out of the kindness of his own heart.
And the person didn't even show up, so makes me really happy.
Listen, here's the deal though. That's what you get for being my backup.
It just happens, I guess.
That's one thing for sure. I would never want to be under Jesse.
It has its days.
What do you mean by that?
You sure?
What do you mean by that? I don't think I want to. Really don't want to. Don't take us there. I mean, fuck. Other than that, I think I'm at like 53 hours on the week already, and I got to work tonight and Sunday, and it's going to be like a 11-day stretch for me. I don't know. Do the math. I came in Sunday night this past week, and I'm not off until Thursday night next week. So yeah,
about 45 days.
Yeah, for like 85 days, something like that. You know, nothing major.
Light work
for the likes of me.
Almost a fortnight. Had to do it.
But as for today, as far as that went, I got off work and after staying after for like 2.5 hours, and in my conceited effort to further expand my horizons and get on with the Air Force, I had to acquire a birth certificate.
Were you successful?
I did acquire the birth certificate. I needed $10 cash was the problem because I'm a digital man. So I texted my recruiter and I was like, hey, like give me like 10 minutes, I'll have it for you. I couldn't find my birth certificate, so I'll have to go to the annex and get a official copy of the document. And he's like, cool, I'll be waiting. That set me off because I'm like, don't wait because you're putting me under pressure. So I had to leave here. It was already like 10 minutes till I got to the annex. So I got there and she's like, that'll be $10 cash. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, shit, I lost my cash.
Like, I need cash. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, my ass leaves the annex and has to go like 4 miles down the road to a gas station for them to tell me that their cashback system isn't working that day. So I got to turn around, go way past the annex to my bank and go to the ATM and type in $30 withdrawal. So that way they could get me a $10 bill. And then it doesn't deposit but $20 in the $120 bill. So I have to go inside and say, hey, where's the tens at? Where's the tens at? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I was at the ATM as a loyal customer of this bank facility, and it didn't give me the 10. It gave me 20 of the 30. And they're like, oh, shit, sorry. So then they're like, just stand back. Let's get some other folks in here. And
stand back? Was you being aggressive?
They told me to stand back. They weren't that aggressive, but I was pissed when they told me so.
You was aggressive.
No, I was like, I went up to the counter after she called my name. Like, I'll take whoever's next. That's what she said. So then I went there, and I'm like, yeah, I just need like $10 cash because I went up to the ATM. I had the receipt here. It was like a little slip, and I was like, it gave me 20 instead of 30. They're like, okay, take a step back. Let's get these folks. I had to wait for like 10 minutes for a $10 bill. And then I get up there and she goes into the machine and says, here you go, have a nice day. And I'm like, thanks. So
It
my
sounds like
ass,
you were pretty hostile towards this woman, even though it had
I was
nothing to
not. I
do
was
with
very
her.
polite. I was very
Especially
polite,
whenever she said,
Alexander.
"Okay, stand back." It sounds like you were just right up in her face
All right,
and
here's
just
the customer service desk, and I'm way the fuck back there. I'm way back there. I was not right up on them. They said stand back, so because it was them and another person. The other person at the desk was busy, so I had to let the other like three people go. And of course, they needed to do everything to take as long as possible.
Yeah, Alex, he sounds mad now, so I can only imagine what he sounded like there.
I listen. I was
that's what
fine.
I'm saying.
He questioned whether I was close or far from the customer service lady. I was not in their face. I was saying I just need $10.
I feel like both
That's
me
what
and
I
Matt
said.
both questioned
the,
that.
the the moral of the story is don't lose your birth certificate, folks.
Absolutely. You'll never know when you're going to need it.
Alex, do you have your birth certificate?
It's at my mom's.
I bet.
So the answer is no.
It is.
When
Personally, no,
when mommy
because I
told
don't
me
have
to
it.
move out, she gave me my birth certificate because I was an adult.
Hey, well, you can't say that. My birth certificate's at my parents' too, but my dad has like a $2,000 gun safe, so that's where it is.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't have one of those
Is your
fancy,
birth certificate
like
stored
really
next to
expensive.
the 9mm ammo? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
That's fucked up.
It's
I mean,
right
there
now.
was something. There was something important of mine in my dad's gun safe for a pretty decent while. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been like the paperwork to another firearm of mine.
My birth certificate's right next to a bald eagle that says America.
Brah.
So what you're saying is, though, the people there were rude.
No, they were not rude. I just had to wait forever for a fucking $10 bill. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't rude. They weren't rude. Everyone did what they were supposed to. I just don't know why the ATM didn't give me exactly $30 like I asked. I was already questioning the legitimacy of this ATM machine. And then I went in there and questioned everything else.
Well, I got a little bit of a segue just because the vibe I was getting was they were maybe a little rude. So you guys gone through plenty of drive-thrus. You know what pisses me off more than anything? I just went to Panda Express, and this happened yesterday. This lady, she was real short with me, everything, the whole time, whatever. I was like, I don't mind. It doesn't matter to me. And I get up there. She hands me the bag of food. And, most people, would say, have a nice day. Or, all right, there's everything. Have a good day, whatever. She just hands me the food. I don't know if it's all of it or not. And then she just slams the window closed and then walks away. And I'm like, Mary, check the bag. I don't know if everything's here. Do I drive off? I almost knocked on the window like, are we done? Is the transaction over? That's like a huge pet peeve, and it's happened so many times in drive-thrus where they just hand you the food and then they just close the window. Like, I should know everything's there.
Right?
Has that happened to you
get the
guys?
fuck out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So frustrating.
I think for every time that I've gone through the drive-thru, there's been a time where they've done that. So it's about 50-50 whether they're going to toss the food in my face or they're going to be like, there's that, and there's that, and here's your drinks. And then they're cool about it.
And then there's the equally awful, like the other end of the spectrum where they're so nice, it's fake. And that pisses me off too. I've
gotten both ends of that spectrum both ironically at McDonald's. So the what?
Fucking McDonald's, man.
There was one of them towards the center of town, and I was coming home from work or whatever, and I asked for my food. I get up to the front of the line. I already paid all that, and the bag was a bigger bag because I ordered a lot, and I just start eating on the way back home. And I reach in there, reaching for my burger, and I look down, and they gave me a bag full of fries, nothing else. I ordered like 2 burgers, the McNuggets and fries, and they only gave me like a bunch of small fries. And
Just
then on the
imagine
flip
this
side of that,
huge paper
How do you know
sack.
they were small fries? I thought all the fries were the same.
like
It was
it's
just the
small in the
container they
back,
came
like
in.
a small size,
So you
like a
just got a
small,
bag
like
full of bagged fries?
I'm
like
just imagining
yeah, like I got. I
the
mean,
brown
I'd
bag is
have.
just full of fries. No
I had
containers
a
or nothing.
giant,
One
like the
giant bag
giant,
of fries.
the giant brown bag, and then on the inside were full of like the small size bags of fries.
Why would they even bother putting a bag within a bag if it's
Dude,
multiple bags?
I wish I understood. But on the flip side of that, different location. It was more towards the northern side of town, and early morning, I tried to get my food, and she was so nice to me. She seemed to be like a southern grandma, I bet, because she was talking to me all nice. It's like, "How's your day going, sugar?" And
Did she have
just talked to
did
me
she
all
have the
nice,
accent too?
accent and everything.
Oh, that's the best.
And then just to icing on the cake was at the very end. Just, well, you have a blessed day, honey, and just shut the window. I was just like, this woman, she was amazing. That was the best customer service I think I've ever had.
Listen, the best customer service I had was in Chattanooga. We went to this like old fashioned diner. And we go there, we sit down. The lady, asked where we were from, knew we were out of town. Super sweet. This menu was like 20 pages long. It was crazy. They had everything. Anything you could imagine, they had it. And she's like, "Hey, look, the owners are from New York. Like the Philly cheesesteak's going to be great." She like named off multiple things, and then she gave us like 2 or 3 things. She's like, "I'd stay away from them. Like they're all good, but these things are a lot better." And so we were like, "Okay, cool." And then she was just super sweet. We had all our food. Never missed a refill. She was great. Super sweet with Gavin. Was making jokes the whole time. And then she kind of talked us into, getting a cake. They literally had a freaking menu or a TV screen of all the cakes just cycling through. Gavin was
What
loving
the
it.
fuck? That's,
Dude, when
that's
you
an overload of cakes.
when you walked in, they had this glass case with like 20 cakes in it,
Yeah.
just spinning. This old fashioned checkered floor. It was great. Everything was awesome.
I love that.
And then she ended up, we ended up buying a piece of cake. So then she's like, she goes over there and then she brings the bag over and she's like, "Hey, don't tell no one, honey, but I put this extra piece of cake in here for you guys." And then, we went over there. She gave us a free piece of cake. It was awesome. Best service I ever had.
That sounds like a good memory on a vacation.
It was great.
That's pretty wholesome.
Guaranteed. We ever go back to Chattanooga, we're going back to that diner, 100%.
But Matt,
Sounds like a must.
what's I'll be honest with you, we're not here for wholesomeness. That's not our objective here.
What are we here for?
We're here to piss people off with our opinions on stupid shit. And that's exactly what we're going to do today.
I can't wait.
Because today, as I guess you could call this the pilot episode, and everything else just being half-assed and last minute, today we're going to be doing hot takes over what will probably be everyone listening to this, their favorite food. And how we either really love what they hate or really hate what they love.
Well, that's good. I wanted you to explain what a hot take is because some people didn't know. Guilty.
So, yeah, I'm sure the vast majority, maybe 99% of Americans know what a hot take is. The 1% included Matthew here. But basically, our opinions are going to be based off of just solely our beliefs that happen to also conveniently go against the grain of the majority.
Well, you say opinions. Mine are facts. Let's get that straight right now.
I don't think it's factual. Nothing we say is going to be factual. It's going to be nothing but pure argumentative bullshit. It's all it's going to come down to. And it's going to piss me off. It's going to piss you off. It's going to piss Alex off. Wherever the fuck he's at. I don't know.
I don't even know.
It's nothing but
Anyway.
darkness now. I mean, it's...
Sorry, I had to take care of something real quick.
Just seen a
Milo
fucking curtain.
It's just fucking curtain tube. It's all this is. It's fucking the curtain experience.
Just a curtain with a
Milo was
shitty
getting
football
into
team.
something.
I don't know what's going on back there.
Yeah, the ain'ts.
Milo was
Yeah.
getting into something. I couldn't tell what it was, but I had to pull him away from it for a minute.
We'll get us started, host.
Yeah, we've all got predetermined lists of food opinions or facts, depending on how well we can back up the argument. And this is going to be nothing but fuel to the fire that will piss people off. And
I love it.
You know, if you're out there listening to this, our initial audience is going to be friends, family, maybe coworkers, whatever. Don't take it to heart. If we say something and we really just absolutely fucking hate it, that's fine. In this day and age, I know it's dangerous to have an opinion, but if you say the sky's blue and I say it's red, fucking deal with it. All right? Maybe I'm colorblind. Maybe I have some sort of, synesthesia. Maybe I'm tasting the sky. You don't know what that's like. So fuck you. And
It's all a matter of perspective, is what we're trying to say. It's only a matter of perspective. This is our
what I'm trying to say is fuck you. I'm right and you're wrong.
Listen, if you say the sky's red, you're not just wrong, you're stupid. Okay?
Yeah, I'm actually just bleeding out of my eyes. That's why it's red. It's nothing about perspective.
I see.
But I think we're all on the same page. Alex, Matt, you guys picking up what I'm pooping out?
Yep, we're picking it up.
All right. I'm hoping everyone else that God forbid listens to this steam pile understands too, because if not, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful for them to not even listen, just listen and watch this shit.
Listen, we're knocking the dust off the mics, the cameras. We'll have this shit figured out, like, probably 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Be fine.
Be patient with us. I know we're probably starting off on the wrong foot by going against what you believe in, but this on P.A.N here. I mean, we're cooking up fucking skillets worth of fucking just bullshit, and
absolutely.
So I mean, as long as you know what you're getting yourself into, and you know that we're just here for fucking chuckles. We're a bunch of chuckle fucks in some gaming chairs. That's all we're doing. That's fun.
Right.
So we're gonna have fun. We hope you have fun. That's
you
the main objective.
Huge detail, Jesse. You forgot a huge detail.
Oh,
do you remember?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So, in each episode every week, because we are going to alternate hosts, we're not going to have like a point-based system. No one's going to be winners or losers. It's going to be purely. I'm going to host, and then Matt's going to host, and Alex is going to host, and repeat the cycle until we either stop podcasting or we die, whichever happens first. But to keep a sort of initiative and incentive in participating in the talks, making sure this shit stays entertaining, every week the host will award one of the co-hosts with an MVP, the most valuable podcaster.
That's right.
So at the end of this episode, whoever decides to be the biggest brain and the loudest mouth and the funniest chuckle fuck will get MVP. So these two guys are going to be competing to be superior to the other.
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to tell you now, Matt. You're in for a real treat. I'm bringing in my A game. Okay.
I've never
sounds so passive about it. I'm bringing in my A game. Get ready.
He's so polite. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm really sorry.
I'm ready for a fair fight.
I'm going to put a cushion down, but I'm knocking you down."
So.
Exactly. I'll put a pillow to rest your head on, but I'm shoving you over.
You are getting that you just fucking suplexed to the ground. But there will be a donut down there for you to land on.
Absolutely. With that being said, let's get into today's subject.
So I'm gonna start off with something that is absolutely not even a hill, a mountain that I will not only die on, I would sacrifice myself to, and I feel so strongly about this. In particular, just more so to piss off Matt. Because
I know.
factually speaking, Reese's peanut butter cups are absolute fucking flaming garbage.
This is bullshit.
No,
no
it is
other
not.
way you can describe to me that it is worth eating.
This is bullshit in every way. There is not one sort of chocolate bar or piece of candy that is as versatile as Reese's Cups.
Versatile. I just told
Hold
you
on,
about a
yeah.
Crunch Bar yesterday.
I'm telling you right now, there's not one freaking bar that's as versatile as a Reese Cup. They have one for
It's not
every.
a bar.
Oh, shut up!
First of all,
There he goes. Here,
don't
put the
call it a
pillow
chocolate
down.
bar if it's not a bar. Let's
Listen.
get that out of the way.
Listen.
Second of all, peanut butter and chocolate as a concept is horribly overrated. And the fact that Reese's peanut butter cups.
It's not about peanut butter. It's about a Reese Cup.
Shut up.
All right.
The Reese's peanut butter cup tastes. The peanut butter in it in the first place tastes awful to me. Let's just get that out of the way right then and there. The
That's a red
combination is
flag.
horrible. And then there's so many different chocolates that I'd rather have.
I don't give a
Hands
shit.
down.
Listen.
I don't give a fuck. You're wrong. I'm right.
Listen.
I don't care what you believe in,
All
Matt.
I'm
You're
saying
wrong.
Is
Historically
they have
wrong.
them for they have eggs for Easter, and they sell the shit out of them.
Have you ever noticed how they all taste different? The eggs, the fucking
They
Christmas
do.
trees, there's probably a bat one.
There's gonna be a damn Uncle Sam one for 4th of July here soon,
and
I'm
they all
calling it
taste
now.
like shit, even more so than the Reese's original.
Thank you.
Listen, any peanut butter fucking ice
I've
cream.
been asking
Any,
for
listen,
years.
so fucking fake.
Alex, just shut up for 10 seconds. Any peanut
I'll let
butter
you
ice cream, anyone, they all have the same thing in common. They have Reese Cups in them. Every single one. And then not only that, but do you guys like s'mores? Let's game changer. Fuck a Hershey bar. You put a graham cracker, a fucking Reese Cup, and a goddamn roasted marshmallow.
No, shut up.
That is it. That is a game changer.
I will say I'm going to tell you I have tried that, and it's better than just a Reese's peanut butter cup, which isn't saying much because you could put a dog turd on a s'more and it would taste better than just a fucking dog turd. All right.
Hold on, agreed.
So I'm gonna Milky Way would be a better substitute for the Hershey's bar than a fucking peanut butter cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Milky Way. I didn't even know anything with Milky Way was still in business. Will they still sell those?
Yeah, it's like a
You're
Snickers,
so full of it,
but
don't
without
even.
the nuts.
Listen, you guys are wrong, and that's just the bottom line. I hate
No.
to say it.
You can't tell me I'm wrong on the host.
That every single person in this audience, all 5 of them or 500 or whoever, they're all going to agree with me. They're going to say you guys are wrong, and that's just the bottom line.
I don't care what anyone says. I will die and sacrifice myself on this hill, on this mountain. I am on the Olympus Mons of mountains, and you will not fucking budge me.
That chocolate peanut butter goodness is better than anything else. Bottom line.
No, I can
hate
think
you
of
so much
several
right
different
now.
chocolates that are so much better.
Are we going to consider this chocolate, or are we considering it candy? What are we considering, or is it both?
I'm considering it a fucking dog turd.
Yeah, I'm right there.
I don't know what you're talking about, fucking candy.
Because, I mean, like, the chocolate is never consistent. I mean, like you just said, it tastes different with each shape, and each one tastes worse than the next, pretty much.
They taste like chocolate.
Yes, it
wasn't there like research done years ago over the fact that there was like fucking rat shit found in the peanut butter for Reese's cups?
Oh my gosh, you could probably take any
the Reese's
chocolate
peanut
bar.
butter cup plant fucked up. They fucked around. They found out that there was rat shit in their peanut butter cups that they were selling to the American people.
You know why there's rat shit in there? Because they're selling so fucking much that the warehouse is 3 times the size as anybody else's, and they got a couple rats. Who gives a shit? It still tastes fucking good.
No.
You're talking about rather eating a dog turd. I'd rather have a few specks of rat shit in my Reese cup than eat a fucking dog turd. That's it. I can't.
I'd rather eat a dog turd.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
We're going to leave it at that because I have one now, because it's going to be my turn, and then we're going to go to Alex after this. Mine is apple pie is absolutely the most terrible pie ever created. And that there's no argument.
Disagree with you more. I disagree with you more on that than you do with me on the Reese's.
Yeah.
There is no fucking way. What? Okay, I'll let you talk.
Oh.
What about it is so unworthy that it deserves that title?
I might be slightly biased. I don't like apples either. But
That's why.
Terrible.
That's bias. That's why. You can't just say, "Oh, I hate an apple pie." No, that's just no.
I say
I hate apple pie because I don't like it. I don't like apples. Good reason.
No,
that's way better than mine.
Like you guys weren't biased about Reese's.
Listen,
apple
I grew up on
true
Reese's.
classic.
No. You want to go back to that? Let's play hopscotch. Let's go back real quick. I grew up on Reese's. I loved Reese's. So fuck you. We broke up.
You just burnt yourself out on Reese's when you were a kid. That's why you don't like it now.
I ate a shit ton of Tootsie's Rolls. Not even Reese's Cups.
Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, my boss named his daughter after a Reese's Cup. So get fucked. That's a true story.
That does not mean anything. That holds no weight to me.
That means nothing.
Let alone the fact.
Oh, he got us. That was the nail in the coffin.
Taking it back to the apple pie, I simply cannot agree with you, or I can't disagree with you at all, just because of the fact that it is a staple in American history, pretty much. It is such a classic of a dessert. Apple pie. That is about as American as you can get.
Listen,
right there.
What does everybody do with their
warm
apple
pie? Right? Have a warm apple pie with a little scoop of ice cream on the side, or just
exactly
chef's kiss.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
It is so shit that everybody has to put ice cream with it. You can't just eat a plain apple pie. It's got to have some milk.
No.
They are compliments without me saying.
They are compliments to each other. Like that, I just described you the most perfect dessert, pretty much. Only because of the fact that the apple pie just sells it for you. It provides so much amazing flavor in it. You just don't know how to make an apple pie. That's just wrong with you.
If it was the perfect dessert, it wouldn't need fucking help at all. You would just
listen. As the host of this episode, I will declare that the ice cream on top of apple pie is not help. It is merely just the cherry on top.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. I always keep it to this. I don't really put anything on top of it unless it's whipped cream. But it's almost like a side dish to the majesty that is the apple pie.
Majesty.
And guess what, Matt? Guess what? You don't even need it. You can just have the apple pie, and it will taste amazing.
He's right.
I've personally never seen anybody just eat an apple pie. They always smother it in ice cream.
If that's the case, why do they sell those brands of those tiny apple pies?
Boom.
If no one's doing it, why do those exist?
Why do they exist?
That ain't even a real apple pie.
Debunk it. Sure as shit it is. It's literally like apple porridge in a crust. That's all it is.
You get that cinnamon in there
to agree to disagree on this one.
You're pissing me off.
I feel like I'm getting jumped on this episode, and it's really pissing me off.
I think what I got.
Alex, you're just picking Jesse's side.
I think what I got going on, though, I feel like I'm going to get a little bit of a weird look from both of you. Now, I have to be real specific with this.
You get weird looks from us in general.
I know. But rice cakes are trash, okay? I will full-on relent to that. But Rice Crisps, they are very, very good. I don't know.
Is that not the same fucking thing, but smaller?
No. So, you would think. It's made of the same thing. But the consistency of both of them is so much different. So, with the rice cake, it's typically about yay big, roughly, to scale. And it tastes like styrofoam. It quite literally tastes like styrofoam. No flavor, no nothing. But a Rice Crisp, actually, you can, like, say for instance, you get the cheddar one, right? You can actually taste the cheese, and it's a nice, satisfying crunch with like a really crunchy, like I'm trying to think of the right word, like almost about as like the same crunch as you would get as like a corn chip,
How big's a
almost
Rice
So
Crisp?
why don't you just eat a corn chip?
about like that.
So what you're saying is the smaller ones are better.
Yes, the smaller ones are 1,000 times better. Rice cakes
It
can
doesn't
burn,
matter.
but Rice
Doesn't matter how
Crisps,
big your cake or your crisp is. All you just got to get the job done. And,
Listen,
and neither cakes or crisp get it done for me. It all sucks.
I can't speak on this because I've never had a crisp. I have had rice cakes. They're ass. You know, if you're trying to
they
be
are.
maybe
I will
healthy,
give you that.
if you're trying to be healthy, I think there's some good ones for health benefits. And you
I
know,
would
if you
just
want to,
get like a reduced fat chip before I got like a rice cake
yeah,
or rice crisp. I mean,
I
absolutely.
mean,
But
okay, Jesse, have you had one?
yes, and I'm gonna intersect what you're saying here and say that as a fellow man who has eczema, rice crisp and rice cakes taste exactly like just giant bricks of dry skin. That's all it fucking
No.
is. Add some little cheddar seasoning in there. That's all it fucking is. It literally is
No, I
drier than
promise you.
shit.
Go back and try it again.
I would have to wash down the rice cake or the rice crisp with the Reese's peanut butter cup.
literally, the first episode, you have to go and tell everybody you have eczema.
I'm getting in the
right
process
off-
now. Look
right
at my
off the
hands. I got dry skin. Dry skin.
So you ever
Right.
take your eczema and like put it on your pizza like Parmesan?
No. Just a mental image of that.
I mean,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
you just said you'd rather eat eczema than a fucking Rice Crisp. So I how do you know this? I don't know.
No, I'm saying that the rice cake and the rice crisp tastes like how pretty much you would think just eczema would. Imagine someone's flaking off their eczema into
No.
your mouth, and that it
Hard.
puts some cheddar on it, and that's what it
Hard
is.
disagree. Hard
Wait.
disagree.
You just
You're
saying what?
so fucking wrong for liking those. That's disgusting.
No. They
You-
taste so damn good. But I urge you both to try a. First of all, they both don't even have like the same flavor, really. I mean,
I've had
noticed-
both. They both suck.
Well,
They both
No.
suck.
man, I'm gonna need you to be the
They are expensive
mitigator
for
later,
no
at a
fucking
later
reason.
date.
And they taste like permanently overcooked and like undersaturated. I don't care how much
Yeah.
fat it doesn't have, how many carbs it doesn't have, how much sodium it tastes like shit. You can
I don't
can
even
get
care
all
about the
that,
health.
all the goodiness, all the healthiness. You can put that into something and make it taste good. And they didn't do that with rice cakes or rice crisps, and that's the end of it.
All
Fuck
I'm
you.
gonna say is I can't contribute to this, but Jesse, you did say what you would think eczema tastes like, and that reminded me of B-Dub's Caribbean jerk sauce. You get that? And listen to me. You gotta listen. So
Okay.
Wait, no, I think I see where he's going with this.
the first time I ate that, I was told how good it is, and I got like 16, 20 wings. I'm ready to smash. And I eat the first one, and it
Good
tasted just I'm gonna punch.
Ready to
It tasted just like a fucking candle. And everyone
Oh,
every single person I've told this to looks at me and goes, "You're fucking nuts. You're crazy." And every single person that's ate Caribbean jerk wings from B-Dubs, after I've told them that, they go, "I can't eat them no more. It tastes like a fucking candle."
dude, I was going to tell you what I thought about it before you said anything, but honestly, it literally tastes like wax. There's no easy way to explain it
What I'm
other than it's
saying.
just wax. I've had Caribbean jerk flavored stuff before, like chicken and pork and stuff. That is an abomination. And I expect B-Dubs to do better in the future with their flavors because I don't know how that thing sells at all. Because I've had it. I've had it on 3 different occasions to just try it and see if maybe I got a bad batch.
Do
It
better.
sucks by default.
Do better,
Mhm.
B-Dubs.
Do better.
You heard it here first from
Well-
P.A.N. Podcast about nothing. Do
Now,
better.
speaking of
Who says that? Joey
dressings
Swole?
and-
Is that Joey Swole that says that? be better or do better,
Do better.
something like that.
Yeah. The super buff, bald guy in the gym. It's like, do better, be better, something like that.
Steroids. Do better.
I mean, I think he definitely takes roids, but he just
He's a good guy. I can't.
he's helping gym culture. We love Joey Swole.
We love Joey.
But we don't like B-dub sauce.
We don't like Caribbean jerk beat up sauce.
I will say, speaking of sauces, more rather tangentially dressings. Now, I know I'm going to get shit for this one, but I wholeheartedly believe that you do not need any form of dressing or sauce or whatever to enjoy food.
I'm gonna intercept again and say I've seen what you've made of pork loin before, and I will not look to you for any culinary advice whatsoever.
We can't take any advice from somebody that's ordered naked wings. Okay, you ordered naked wings.
The chicken.
You literally eat freaking dried bird, and you're gonna tell us you don't need sauce for anything. You're a Neanderthal. Just because you were a step missed in the evolutionary process does not mean we have to suffer because of it. You caveman.
No, because here's the thing. All right, I get the most shit from everybody I've ever met. More specifically with salad. All right, because I never get my salad with any form of dressing. No ranch, blue cheese,
fucking horse.
And that's what people say. Am I a horse? Are you a rabbit? That's rabbit food. Like, you have to. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you need, first and foremost, if you want to look at it from a health perspective, it's really bad for you to have any form of dressing.
It's not bad for you. It's called moderation. Just because you're horribly underweight doesn't mean that everything that you don't like is bad for you.
Sauce. You need some sauce.
We can tell you don't eat sauce of any kind.
But that's the thing. It's just not good. I mean, ranch tastes like ass. The only dressing I think I've ever had...
You're saying it's not good, but that is strictly not true.
It is horrible.
Or else there would not be a market for it. I know you can say that about anything. But your bias is showing. I feel like so far we've all been pretty transparent.
Okay.
But because you are a picky eater and never grew up from it with your chicken tender palate does not mean No. You and your dry ass bird wings are not going to sit there at the lunch table and tell me that sauce is bad for you. You ingest dried bird.
Do you even
To be fair, that's not my fault. That is purely B-Dubs' fault.
What'd you say, Matt?
Does he even salt and pepper the damn dry bird, or does he just? You might as well just go up to a fucking chicken and take a goddamn bite.
I didn't say seasoning. Seasonings, yes. Put on the seasonings. And now speaking of the pork loin, yes, I did not. I messed up. I looked at it and it looked fine, but no, I should have added a lot more because at the end result, no, a lot of it ended up getting washed off from the rest of the fat. But, so I'll relent to that. Yeah, I should have put on more seasoning for that. Seasoning is different, okay? You have to obviously season whatever you're cooking or whatever. For instance, hot wings, yeah, salt and pepper, yeah, throw that in there. But you don't
what
need
you're saying about seasonings is what people might be saying, about sauces.
I'm not taking any advice with cooking from someone who DoorDashes as much as you. That's all I'm saying.
No,
I agree.
I'm just saying you do not need sauce to enjoy something simple as a salad.
You don't really need anything in life.
You're not even tasting the actual salad, the lettuce or anything like that. You're just
shit. You are. If your tongue and mouth is not complex and diverse enough to understand the complexity and flavors, then you got a dumb mouth.
He's got
That's
one
fucking.
All you're doing is just tasting
I eat a cheeseburger and all I can taste is the bun. Does that sound right, Alex? Does that fucking sound right? I don't think
That's not at all what I said.
That's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying you can't.
100%.
I put mayonnaise on my burger. I can't taste anything except the mayonnaise. That aligns with what you're saying.
It is such a strong taste that overwhelms the rest of the taste of what you're eating.
Don't douse it in ranch. Put a little drizzle on it. Use a vinaigrette or something.
You say it overwhelms it, but you still taste the other stuff. It doesn't matter if it overwhelms
it. It makes it so overwhelming.
So does it taste like you're drinking a bottle of ranch, or does it taste like a salad?
Ranch
With ranch, yes. Ranch specifically, I've noticed that for me. It just tastes like all I can taste is ranch. It is just, and it tastes foul. I will never let that go.
Get this man his butternut squash in a little tube.
Foul.
Let's just squeeze it out onto his little high-rise table, squirt it out, let him finger it, and let's just let him do that. Because we out here aging backwards like Benjamin fucking Button.
Got it. Okay.
God damn it, Alex.
I knew I was going to get a lot of flack for it, but I will hold on to that to the day I die. There are very few amounts of sauces that I will accept in this world, but I will never need them to enjoy a salad. Something as simple as that. Call me a rabbit, call me a horse.
Why is salad your go-to argument? You know,
because that is the one
sauces go on a bunch of other shit.
That's the only argument he can make because nothing else makes sense.
No, I'm just using that as it. That is the most prominent one I get the most shit for. Now, yes, burgers, another one. Sure, like ketchup, for instance. Fuck that shit. No, ketchup tastes like ass. Now, I will say I do not like tomato at all. But
bias.
But at the end of the day, like salad mostly comes to my head for that because that's where I get the most flack.
Now speaking of sauces, though, my girlfriend turned me on to Thousand Island dressing. That sounded really bad, didn't it?
Yeah,
go on, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this PG-13. No, Thousand Island dressing is amazing on burgers.
I will relent to that. Yeah, that is one of the very few I enjoy.
It's amazing, and I've never tried it. I'm 28 years old.
I don't use any if I use a sauce that's just pre-made, I'll use mayonnaise. But normally, if I make a burger sauce, it'll have like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, ranch, and a hot sauce in it, and then you just mix it up, and then you put it on the bottom of the bun.
That sounds great.
That sounds like the best. You're shaking your head no, but again, it comes down to the complexity of the flavors all intermingling with one another in the bowl and becoming one. That's the important part. You can't look at it as just one whole thing. You got to look at it as there's mayonnaise, there's ketchup, there's mustard, there's ranch, there's hot sauce, and they combine. They were separate, and now they are together.
I'll be fair, and I would be willing to try that, but where it stands right now, no.
All the flavors coincide with each other so well. And all he's doing is, no.
I don't want to.
I refuse.
It just doesn't taste, no.
This argument's just like me arguing with my 4-year-old. There's no reason to it besides no.
It just does not taste good.
Because he ain't.
Exactly.
I'm just going to say that. It just does not taste good.
All right. I think we need to move on from this.
All I'm saying is I just want to add that you guys have both shared 2, and I've only shared 1. And I came out of the gate running. I haven't even had the chance.
What was my second one?
Or no, it was 1. I did 1.
He shared 2.
You did 1, and he did 2. He did cut me. He straight up fucking cut me.
The second one was a Caribbean.
Well, that was just a...
No, yeah, I guess the first one was the Reese's. Number 1.
Yeah, I just did the Reese's. The Caribbean jerk was
as host of this episode. That was a ding in your MVP candidacy, Alex.
Me?
Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Alex.
It went Jesse, Matt, Alex, then Alex.
I wholeheartedly apologize.
Cut the host. What is wrong with you?
That's disrespectful. I haven't even thought the same since that happened, and it's been like 30 minutes since that. I mean,
I almost threw the whole podcast off.
He just fucking Caesared my ass. How's that for sauce?
Yeah. That was a good one, Jesse.
No,
I like it.
that was on the spot.
That was a great one, Jesse. You're the best. I will brown nose my way to MVP if I have to.
I was about to say, how does it dictate? Because you're writing it pretty damn good.
I got a little ass dust in my fucking mouth.
There's plenty down there.
Oh God.
Dry skin and big ass and whatnot. That just comes with the territory.
Scrumptious.
So I'm gonna throw in a bit of an actual positive instead of a negative here, and it's one that I don't really know if it's like a hot take, but it's definitely not as popular of a chain as a lot of what we got going on around here. But I think Wendy's breakfast is maybe like 5 to 6 times better than McDonald's or Chick-fil-A's breakfast.
Hallelujah. Someone finally said it.
How do we feel about that? You guys ever had a breakfast Baconator? They have that sauce on there, dude. That sauce is fucking awesome, dude. I mean, I have a McGriddle. I feel like I'm bloated for the rest of the day. The shit is just too filling for what it is. A breakfast Baconator is not only bigger, but does not fill you up the same. And probably, someone will have to fact check me on this, but it's probably healthier than a McGriddle.
I love a McGriddle, but I don't love the way it makes me feel afterward.
Exactly.
And if you
a
go in
Baconator,
there,
it just feels like it's like Chick-fil-A lunch. It's such a pure, like I am now not hungry feeling.
And then the honey biscuit chicken, oh my God.
Dude, that also is a hidden gem.
That is amazing.
I haven't had Wendy's breakfast. I have had McDonald's and Chick-fil-A's. I've just never gone. Being perfectly honest, I think I've only heard of Wendy's breakfast maybe twice. I completely forgot about it.
Alex, I think that's going against your MVP award right there too. I hate to say it.
Chick-fil-A breakfast is okay, but I wouldn't. Because he said that it was better than Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Chick-fil-A, I think, is okay at best. But I personally wouldn't do it again. But I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, we're sorry, Alex. We make fun of you and we shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Did you actually do a spit take? I think he actually did a spit take. I'm pretty sure I heard water hit the floor.
It landed in my paint cup.
Oh,
I am crying.
but you guys good now?
Fair. I was not
for those of you that don't know, Alex says fair way too often to way too much.
Think of how many times he said relent in this episode, and then just think of that times 10 with fair, and that's about the daily average.
Yeah.
But with McDonald's breakfast, I wholeheartedly agree with that. McGriddle is a gift of God, it feels like, but at the same time it comes at a cost, and that I just had that sluggish, almost like instead of I just ate an actual meal, I feel like I just ate a bunch of filler, and that's really all. It tastes good, but
pretty much
the afterwards effect, you just feel sluggish. You feel like you didn't really get that satisfied, and then maybe 20-30 minutes later you're like, I'm hungry again. Why? I just ate. So you just might have turned me on to it.
With McDonald's breakfast is the real insurmountable difference, because Wendy's breakfast is, I mean, I'm not saying it's like gourmet, because it's obviously it's fucking Wendy's, but when you put it in the same, like most people won't put it in the same category or league as McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or even like that oddball group that like Sonic breakfast. I mean, as far as like fast food goes,
Sonic's got some pretty baller burritos, breakfast burritos. They're pretty good.
Yes, you're exactly who I'm referring to. So, but that is completely besides the point. Sonic is that's in a whole different dimension. I mean, that's Wendy's.
Here's the problem.
It's not talked about enough, and that's the problem.
That is the problem, but here's the other problem. McDonald's went and they prided themselves to be the cheapest fast food restaurant there was. And now I go there with myself, my girlfriend, and my son. And we don't ever leave there without spending at least $25. And it just
you have to work
infuriates
really
me.
hard to get below $25. It seems like if you're even just getting stuff for yourself or a family of 4, you're spending no less than $25.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I can almost go to Texas Roadhouse and get the early dine-in special and leave almost at the same cost of McDonald's. And that's a
That is
problem.
true.
Much higher quality.
That is a problem, America. Let's fix this.
I'll hardly agree with that. I will say, Jesse, I feel like you might have turned me on to it. I should try that. I might go there.
I know how you feel about sauces, but the sauce on the breakfast baconator is pretty baller.
It is so good. It is so
It's like
good.
a white, it's like a Swiss cheddar sauce, I think.
And I don't remember, there's an egg on there, right?
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's like a cheese. Okay.
Any hamburger with an egg on it is heaven on earth.
So is it a
side
burger or is
tangent.
it
I mean,
sausage?
I hate eggs, but that's besides the point.
Sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
What'd you say, Alex? What's your question?
Is it a burger or is it sausage? For Wendy's.
That's a really good question. It's good, is what it
No,
is.
because
It's really good.
It's
No,
really
it's a sausage. It's
Okay,
pretty much
'cause-
like imagine the beef square, except it's sausage.
But it's the
Oh, okay.
Baconator sauce is on it too. That's what really makes it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have
Not
to
about
try
the
that.
meat; it's
Maybe
about the flavor.
I might get it tomorrow.
It's about the experience.
Exactly. That's all it's about.
That's our whole mission here at P.A.N. International.
Well, Matt,
Putting an LLC.
Matt, I'm intrigued. Do you have a positive one to get to kind of like lean it more into that
Positive one. I
direction?
do have a positive one, and I would love to share it because
Okay.
that's what I was sharing next. The butt of the bread is the best part of the bread.
You're so fucking stupid.
100%. Are you kidding me?
So
I was
so what you mean is the
Okay,
heel.
hold on. I have used the heel of the loaf of bread, and it doesn't affect me. But it's
Right.
not the best part.
It is
No.
100% the best part. It's also, I believe, fact check me, I believe it's the most healthiest part of the bread as well.
It is.
And it is
Yeah,
the best. I will seek it out to get it. I love it.
This
Most
is like a throw the heel away household. So I mean,
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that is such a red flag. At least
I'll
give
start
it to
saving
the
mine in a
bird.
bag, and then I'll bring it to work.
Yeah, just send it to me. I'm just gonna eat it.
Someone asked,
You don't have to pay
Someone
for
asked,
lunch
"Oh,
today,
you-
Matt. Here you go.
"Are you about to feed the ducks?" No, I'm feeding Matt.
Yeah.
So,
Give me my
you're
bread.
full
Yeah.
so you full on invest into the heel meal, is what you're
I
saying.
would buy an entire
Don't call
loaf.
it that. That's even more
I know.
unappetizing than it
But here's
originally
the-
was.
Listen
I know.
to this.
I heard that phrase a while back, and I hated it ever since.
I would buy an entire loaf of just the heel of the bread. You give me a whole loaf of just heels.
That
I
is
would buy it.
anti-American. That is anti-American.
I have to firmly disagree with that. I'm sorry.
I will say
That's
that
wrong.
I mean, I can understand that one more than defending Reese's Cups. So
All I know is mine does not compare to I don't like sauces. No.
that is the most
Yeah.
oddball one of this episode thus far.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
No,
it is
I
the
just-
best. Absolutely. It tastes good.
I-
And it's versatile too, as I said with Reese's. I'm using that a lot. If you
I
get
don't
like
understand how it's. I don't
you
understand
make
how
a
either
sloppy
one is
Joe
versatile.
listen, you make a sloppy Joe sandwich, the butt of the bread is sturdier, it's stronger. It doesn't soak
Yeah.
through. It creates less of a mess.
I feel like you'd just rather use a bun in that case, wouldn't you? I mean,
What if you ain't got buns? Take the
guess.
butt.
I mean, I agree with a certain point of that because I've had to make burgers and I didn't have buns, so I would have to use bread slices. I can kind of give that to you, but at the end, and I'm not the type of person where I would throw away the heel. I'm not necessarily that far into it, but I look at it's the very bottom of the loaf, right? You have to make a sandwich, and I just see both heels.
Just ruins your
The
day.
first thing I'm thinking is just regret. Regret that I didn't grab another
How did we
loaf
get
from
here?
the freezer
Why
You know
are we here
what?
just to
and
suffer?
de-thaw it because it is just everything about it is just looks so unappealing.
Let me help you, Alex. If you only have the butt and the heel of the bread, use some fucking sauce then. It might help.
Oh,
Now,
he's got a point.
to make it fair, I'll skip my go. Let's go to Jesse. Let's make that a little bit more fair since I took his earlier. Let's have
Hey,
his.
thanks, I appreciate that. You might be in the running again for most valuable podcaster. I'm not going to let
Thank
you
you,
know
I
until the very
appreciate
end, though. But
Alright.
you guys are neck and neck. I'll put it that way. Are we though?
Are we? I don't know. I think I got him.
So, I think at this point, what would we all have 3 choices at this point? Once I go,
I would only have 2, but
Yeah.
so Matt, you have 3.
No, I don't have 3.
You don't
The
have 3?
Caribbean jerk was just an add-on. That wasn't one of my goes. I did Reese cup, and then I did
I
the
thought
butt.
it was.
I did the butt of the bread, and then I did I did apple pie.
No,
I didn't do
that one.
Reese cup. Jesse, you did Reese cup.
I did Reese
Yeah.
cup.
I have only done 2. I did apple pie, and I did the butt of the bread. Those are the only 2 I did. The Caribbean jerk was just a little add-on. It really wasn't one. I definitely don't have it wrote down in my notes. I can assure you that.
Don't look at my notes, but it's not there.
Don't peek.
So this one's very controversial, and me and Matt have also had a topic of discussion about this in the past, and I really didn't want to this is like my +4 Uno card.
Is this good enough? This is the one we should end on.
I feel like, unless you guys think you might have a better one.
That's fine. I haven't heard it yet, so I don't know if I have a better one, Jesse.
You and I made a Facebook post about this one.
Oh shit! You guys are gonna team up on me again, son of a bitch.
We'll see. We'll see.
Waffles or pancakes?
Is this even a hot take? This is just bullshit, is what it is.
I counted one.
This is hot cakes, and it's bullshit. This should be its own episode.
Waffles.
It's pancakes, and it's
Nope.
yeah, that's the way it is.
Nope. Pancakes are just statistically weaker.
Matt, you ready for this twist, though?
He's got fucking stats. He's got a stat sheet. This isn't baseball, football. You don't need a stat sheet.
But here's the thing. So I said waffles or pancakes, but I also have a swap hands card out of my Uno hand as well. Croissants are better than both.
So you're stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. They're not even in the same ball.
No,
I was waiting for.
Explain to me why they're not in the same ballpark.
If you would have said French toast is better than both,
Thank you.
I would have been like,
Thank you.
okay, that's fine.
French toast is dog shit.
Oh,
And
Fuck
it's
We'll
only
get
good
into
if you
that.
use it for a Roadhouse style burger. That's about it. It has no other useful acquisition in life other than that. The last thing I want is an egg battered fucking slab of bread. All right?
I don't even know if I want the MVP after that comment because I don't want to accept anything from you. That is
there's
ridiculous.
one thing I've noticed about French toast is that it is so undeniably lackluster in versatility. It is just I mean, you might as well melt some toast and then put powdered sugar on it and say voila. It looks like shit and it's not even that good.
Voila.
Et voila. Bon appetit. It's
Voila.
stupid.
It's a pizza pie.
Mucho sole silenzioso reposare in pace. It's a fucking Texas toast. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Why are you gonna talk about French toast and we're over here? Listen,
But,
that was
okay.
an underhand throw. I just wanted to do that to get you guys riled up.
I was
like
fine with
croissants.
the pancakes waffles debate. When you threw a croissant in there, that was just bullshit.
Matthew, I like croissants. We all like croissants, I'm sure. But
I do
waffles
like
are
croissants.
undeniably better than anything else that has been mentioned here.
We've had this argument, and we've argued so much about it. And
And we're about to do it again.
we've posted it on Facebook, and waffles won, unfortunately.
It was
But
close though.
it was very close, and it was like a 40-60, maybe a 45-55. It was close.
I'd say it was more like a 49-51.
You think?
I think so. I'd say
You might-
40.
you might have to
I'd
go
say
back and
48-52 split. I'm not going back that far to count.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It was close. I will say this: waffles does have the upper hand with the ridges to hold the syrup and
The pockets, yeah.
the pockets, and I'll give them that. But for me, pancakes are just undeniably better. And
No.
and I'm gonna have to just do the Alex thing.
Pancakes are a soggy sack of shit.
No, waffles are not better.
Here's the thing.
No.
Like with pancakes, okay, so with pancakes and waffles, right? With pancakes I've noticed this with pancakes more than I do with waffles. I've always had to wash it down with something because it just gets stuck in your throat pretty much. The goop
Are we
that it
talking about
turns
pancakes
into
still and waffles?
pancakes.
Oh,
Like
it's
you
stuck
take
in
a big bite of a pancake with the syrup on there, it becomes this
Yummy.
soggy, sticky goop of whatever.
I love sog.
At some
I just
point,
love
pancakes
sog.
become a liquid.
I love it.
And it just gets
Give me a
caught in your
straw.
throat to the point where you have to wash it down with something. With
People
waffles,
are like, waffles just collect it. The pancakes soak it up. Exactly. That's the fucking problem. I can't breathe after 2 bites of a pancake.
Well, then maybe you should eat the fucking pancake quicker or use less syrup.
No.
A pancake without syrup is like a salad without ranch.
I didn't say without syrup.
Oh,
I
boy.
said less. I'm not crazy.
He's just eating a raw
I'm surprised
fucking pancake.
I'm surprised he just doesn't go around eating raw waffles. You know, syrup, I would say.
No. Here's the crazy
No, that's
part. Here's the
weird.
crazy part. This is
Oh,
a small
fuck,
story
he
time.
does.
When I was a kid, all right, I living out in BFE out in the country. You know, I'd wake up Saturday morning, cartoons going, dude. Time of my life. I get the Lego set out. And I go to the kitchen. I go in the freezer. I get an Eggo waffle and set it out for literally 3 minutes on the dot until it was just thawed enough that I could eat into it without breaking a tooth. And I would eat a frozen fucking waffle or 2.
You're eating a fucking Frisbee.
I would get either a blueberry or chocolate Eggo waffle out of the freezer, set it out on the counter for 3 minutes at or around that time, and I would just munch on it.
We can't take him to
I
an
ate raw
ultimate Frisbee
waffles.
game, that's for sure. He would be chasing the Frisbee down, like trying to catch it in his mouth like a fucking dog.
I have no idea why I did. We had a fucking toaster. I don't know why I did that. But I don't know if it was me like gaining consciousness and like understanding how the fuck waffles and toasters work. But I would just grab the motherfucker out of the freezer. I had to have known that the toaster was there because I was literally cognitive getting up at like early Saturday morning, getting my Lego set out, and getting an Eggo waffle out of the freezer. I had to have known somehow.
Where was your parents to help guide you away from that shit show that you were doing?
Listen,
At least somebody. Your brother didn't. help you? Your brother didn't say, "Hey, buddy, this is stupid. Toast it some."
I don't know where they were. I know my dad was on base with drill. My mom was probably either asleep or out gardening or doing like lawn work. And Cody was either downstairs playing with his WrestleMania stuff or he's upstairs playing PlayStation. I don't remember. All I know is I had the free for all, like just the will to go and grab a frozen waffle, thaw it, and eat it. That was part of my upcoming, and that's what made me the man I am today.
that's not
Can't
far
say
from
I've
the
Thoughts?
sauce.
Question mark.
Grabbed.
It's like
I mean,
giving a
I've
dog
grabbed
one of
a
those.
few.
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
I've grabbed like waffles or pancakes, whatever what was made, like out of the fridge and would just like eat it as a snack with like syrup on, just like kind of just grab some syrup with it, whatever. But I've never thought about letting it sit on the fucking counter, frozen, waiting for it to de-thaw. I mean, how old were you when this happened?
I don't know. I know I did it for quite a few years. I haven't spoken to many people about it.
Now you've spoken to the world, buddy.
Dude, I was a weird kid, but I was also polite, so no one really ever like raised any questions about what I did. And I was a good kid to my parents. I helped out, I did everything, so I could get up in the morning and do whatever the fuck I wanted.
Well, let me ask you this. Was there at least some sort of like science behind it? Was you like one of those kids you were like, I'm not going to brush my teeth, so here, let me eat this like hard dog treat to get the plaque off of my teeth? Was that what you were doing? Like, at least tell me there was some sort of smart science behind this.
I'll be honest, like I wanted a frozen waffle. That's pretty much all it was. I was frozen waffles taste kind of good. And you know what's weird is that at the same time, my mom always drank like instant coffee out of those Maxwell House little like 5 or 10 ounce little boxes, and she would always have it in the fridge, and I would just open it up and play with the little spoon that it came with and smell it. And for some reason, I would close the fridge door, open up the freezer, and grab the frozen waffle, and away I went.
I just smelled the
I'm just imagining a little kid itching himself with eczema, just gnawing on a fucking frozen waffle, just drool coming out of his mouth. Oh. For no reason.
Oh, this waffle's really good. Yeah.
And then you turned out to be smarter than us, and I can't believe that.
Just takes a spoon, and just
I would literally just fucking smell it, bro. I'd be like, that smells good. I put it back. I'd close the lid and everything, and I'd be like, close the fridge door, open up the freezer, grab the waffle, and then I'm like,
Well,
don't get me wrong. Like I would eat it like done, like sometimes, but I think that the times that I ate it thawed were, I think, definitely outnumbered the times that it was cooked.
I don't think I have a better one than this. So
I just felt like the right story to end on there because I don't think I really ever explained in any detail to you guys that I did that. And it was a core memory I unlocked the other day. So
I'm glad you unlocked it. I'm glad you shared it with us.
Yeah,
now we're here.
That is so fucking funny.
I'm somewhat speechless. I don't even know what to say.
I'm still caught on the whole scientific outlook on it. Just like, I'm just gonna eat it as if it's like a dog treat, like a dentist stick.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
On it. Trying to get all the plaque off your teeth. That fucking killed me.
You guys want to know like what it like tastes like or feels like to eat it like that?
No, I know. Only because
it's not too much different than if it's cooked. It's just cold. And sometimes there'll be icicles still formed in the crevices of the waffle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've
Don't
been
know
there.
what you want me to say. I can't agree with you on this.
I
I can't
remember
tell you it's good. I'm not doing it.
I've gotten the microwave once where I put it in the microwave and it just didn't thaw towards like the center enough. And I've bitten into what I'm assuming was the same texture and temperature as what you're describing. But I've never gone out of my way to just take it out of the freezer, set it on the counter, wait 3 minutes or however long, and just, well, it's about room temperature now.
That's literally what it was like.
Chip
It's like eating a
tooth
giant
up it.
waffle chip. That's where they came up with chicken and waffles Lay's. Jesse actually created it.
Oh god.
Just takes a fucking thing of frozen fucking chicken and doesn't even cook it.
I would never do that. That's disgusting. I have standards.
Not very high standards.
Not high
obviously.
standards, but they're high enough off the ground.
He
There's
has the
some.
whitest
There's
teeth
some.
in the neighborhood. That's all I know. There was no plaque, no nothing on his teeth. He cleared it all off without even brushing.
I remember. I think as a kid, when me and my childhood best friend Briar rode the bus one morning, I had told him about it, and he looked at me like I was literally like demented, and I was like, "What do you mean?
Thought
You
it
don't
was
like waffles?"
normal.
And he's like, "Yeah, but you put them in the toaster, don't you?" And I'm like, "Not all the time." And he's like, "That's weird." I'm like, "I don't know what
You
you're
told
talking
him-
about."
You
I'm
told him that all the
completely-
time, yet you meant to say, no, I rarely do.
Rarely was not my vocabulary at the time. we were on the way to elementary school.
Not a lot. No, not a lot.
I'm just envisioning this commercial. Dentist, hate him. Jesse Goshen.
Dennis
9 out
him,
of-
Ego loves him.
That'll be our first sponsorship, hopefully. Eggo Waffles.
Yeah, Ego, sponsor us, please.
Please, that would be awesome. I'd love that.
I ate your shit while it was ice cold, Ego. Come on.
I enjoyed it when I had it. It was incredible.
I
He's
liked
just-
it when I
He's just
ate it.
brushing them up. He's using the
Well, no,
fucking
like-
waffles as ice in his drinks.
What I mean is, like, I rarely had stuff like that growing up, like frozen stuff like that. I rarely really had that, just because mom was like, "No, I'll just make it," stuff like that. She just never really saw, like,
Did
a
she make
lot
ranch?
of like
We didn't have no condiments ever. They
Like,
were
a
off
lot of,
limits
like-
in my household.
If we only
Like
had the
a-
heel of the bread.
like a lot of the
Just rolled
a
it
lot
up
of,
like
like,
a ball
extra
and
stuff. You know, like Twinkies, Ho-Hos, like all like the extra, like more like the sugary stuff, like we just didn't have growing up. We just didn't really do it, and Eggos, I guess, was just on that list.
Jesse.
Can I award myself MVP? I'm just kidding. I have a clear winner. I feel like we ended it pretty strong there. Started off, came out of the gates just running,
It was a little
just
rocky.
sprinting.
was a
A
little
little
rocky.
rocky, but I blame Alex for
This
most
is
of
the
that.
pilot.
So I mean, it's I'm just kidding. In my heart of hearts, it pains me to say this, but Matt, you are not the most
I hate
valuable
you.
podcaster this episode.
Wow! I knew this was the way it was going to end.
I mean, I sound so sure about it, but in my head, up until that last second, I really didn't know what way I wanted to sway. And it doesn't even come down to like who agreed more together on, because like Matt, you agreed with me so much on the Wendy's breakfast and everything.
I don't need to hear an explanation, Jesse. I know this is all rigged. It's biased. I know it is. But the bottom line is, the better man lost. We all know it. Everybody's listening. They all know it too. Everyone's
the better man
mad.
lost and the best man hosted. We get it. Yeah. It all
And
makes sense.
It all makes sense. We got fucking Shaggy down there. He fucking won. I don't know how, but he did. Fucking Scooby Doo over here, the main character, lost. I don't know how, but it is. It's fine. You know, the better man lost, and that's the way I'm ending this. Alex,
Listen,
do you
no
have
one
anything
lost,
to say?
no one won. Alex was just he pleased he gave me more endorphins than serotonin.
I appreciate it.
Just like those frozen waffles did.
That's his winner's speech. I appreciate it.
All right, that's it. That's the episode. That's the pod. Pod out. Yeah, Alex, you got anything to say? How do you feel about it?
Well, I just want to look at Matt and just say, well, I
Look at
did not anticipate this win, but I greatly appreciate it, and I'm just gonna say, the best man may have hosted, but the worst man won, and that is the greatest. That is the greatest thing I can. That is the greatest thing I can hopefully achieve. I'm glad that my statements were enough to rile up a few feathers, so to speak, and I just thoroughly enjoyed the story of you and those Eggo waffles. That killed me.
That is
But
100% a true story from yours truly.
I love that.
And
honestly, I just gotta say, I can't wait to see where this show takes us.
I'm excited. I hope everyone watching and listening to this has enjoyed this episode. I hope we can get this out there for all you guys on a weekly basis on all the socials. We're making a TikTok, a Facebook, probably a Gram. I don't know about Snapchat. Snapchat's kind of funky with all that stuff, but once we get a little bit. Yeah, once we get probably about a month in or so, probably get a subreddit and the Discord started. I mean, we have a Discord started, but it's more of a personal thing. But we'll get all that stuff rolled out in a shorter window of time. It took a lot of months to get to this point, this pre-planning and the process behind all this. But I mean, we're here now with the pilot episode. We got things up and running.
Absolutely.
And doing, we're all doing this together. Three buddies, coworkers, whatever we are.
BFFs.
Yeah, BFFs with Jesse, Matt, and what's his name? I'm just kidding.
I'm the MVP, and I still get shit.
He is the MVP. You're
the most
my
valuable
MVP.
podcaster.
You're my MVP, Alex. At least for this episode.
It might have been rigged
down the road.
It might have been rigged, but that's
Shut
okay.
the fuck up. No, we were just getting into a good segment of the end of this podcast. Getting wholesome and everything. No.
I don't think I sounded like that, but possibly.
Possibly.
I was just trying to keep up the theme. But yeah, I mean, if any of you guys out there, I mean, I'm pretty sure it says on the package nowadays not to eat it while it's frozen. Let it, cook it. But back then, I swear to you, it was not on the package, so I had at it. And you all can say whatever you want, but I'm fine, baby. That's all I know. So
he's just real itchy.
Yeah, I got eczema as a result. Yeah.
You ever think that caused it? That was my first question.
I came out of the womb looking like a puma with red splotches everywhere. I mean, that's my doctor said he's got eczema, and that was it. And he was like, oh, he can't breathe either. Oh, you're bleeding out. He was a preemie. Don't die. But yeah,
get him lotion.
Back then they didn't even have eczema lotion. It was just like, here's a vino, have at it. This is hurting me.
He said, good luck with the rest of your life.
Burns.
That's enough about my childhood. It's just getting uncomfortable now. But yeah, that's we're here. The end of the first episode of the P.A.N. podcast, a podcast about nothing. next week will be hosted by the non-MVP.
Yours truly.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the coming.
It's going to be a
the
beautiful
future.
episode. I can assure everybody next episode will not be rigged, especially.
This one was. You guys don't know it, but it was really
I'll-
rigged.
I'll only be fair and honest with whoever the MVP is. And that's all I have to say about it.
You guys have any last words?
I hope
P.A.N.
everyone has a great
Podcast
day
about
whenever.
nothing. Greatest podcast to ever be invented. We love you all.
The pinnacle of pods.
Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great day, a great evening, or a great night.
We're out. Love you.
Pan out.